All right. Can I be heard? Yes, I think so, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to begin the next series. I think let's determine what map will be played. Live audience, get ready. Think of a map. We're about to. Yeah, can the players shout maps? I don't know. Is that yeah? Forest, nothing, perhaps. All right. Get ready. Think of a map. We're going to shout it out in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're heading over to the casters. Let's see what they made of that and see what map we get.
Oh man, trying to troll MbL here.
Not a surprise?
No, well, the Viper was wishing for Arena and the crowd delivered.
Yeah.
And Viper with a big smile.
Yeah,
on
he
his
has
face.
a big grin in his face. We haven't seen MbL yet on our screens, but I'm pretty sure he's pissed off.
Yeah.
He's got to be. So Arena, we will stick to the same format as last time. So we will have Arena to start. It will be Mirror Civilizations. Hold on a second.
And Viper took over host as well. But that's not too important.
I'm back in the game. Okay, I was worried for a second.
No, yeah, I think you were just idle.
Yeah, maybe I was just idle. But so we'll do a 1v1 Arena game. It will be Mirror Civilizations. We will then move on to my favorite part of the night. Guess who? Mm-hmm. Guess who? Then we will go on
with improved strategies at this time.
Yeah.
Are you a fishing ship? No. Okay.
And he ended up getting it with that strategy.
No.
Are you a transport ship? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll have Chess and Arabia at the same time, followed up by Drawing, and then we'll have Regicide Fortress.
Yeah. I'm excited for drawing again. And obviously, like, chess will be a bit more heated between the two of them as well.
Okay, so they're both from Norway, and correct me if I'm wrong, the reigning chess champion is from Norway as well.
That's true.
Okay.
Magnus Carlsen.
So one of the players is very good at chess, and one of the other players is not, apparently. I don't want to say any names, but...
I think MbL isn't that bad, honestly.
I said I didn't want to say any names.
Okay.
We won't talk about
it.
I mean, he doesn't think he's good, but maybe he's just not giving himself enough credit. We'll go into game one here in a second.
Ooh, and we continue to play AOK Civilizations. T90, take it away.
All right, so we have a Saracens War on Arena. Viper is in his not-so-famous blue, playing as the Saracens. Then we have MbL on the southeast playing as the Saracens. This is not a bad matchup for Arena, Nilly. I feel like the Civilization's versatile enough where this could be exciting.
Absolutely. Monks are pretty strong, and that's a good option. I think maybe something early impish, trying to get a forward castle up. Some trap board could be an option as well.
Yep.
And, well, take a look at the map of MbL against forwards. His main gold spots kind of open, all three of them kind of accessible for sure. But look at the beautiful back for him.
Yeah, the backspace is nice. 3 forward golds, though. My goodness, that's just awful, man. The main gold is tough. That can be seen by Viper, the second gold and the third gold. So I guess it's fortunate he has the gold in the back of his base. Viper, now first I was going to make a joke because MbL had 3 forward golds, and Viper has a back main gold, but it's not that good because here's his main gold. That's fine. The secondary gold is on the right-hand side, and the third is also outside of his walls.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, the meme of the MbL monks is just too big. It has to be a monk rush by Viper, right?
You think he'll go maybe 4 monastery monks or something?
I think so, yeah. Start off with 3 early atonement, early redemption, and just the hell to MbL.
I don't know, though. Viper's... On one hand, he likes to troll MbL, but on the other hand, there's some decent prize pool money, and he likes to win. So I guess he... If he feels like he could win with it. Trolling is more important? Okay.
Yeah. Well, why not both, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
why not both?
Something I think I've never seen in competitive gameplay is the unique tech of Saracens, giving you gold back if you lose a monk. But you need a castle for that.
Yeah, you need a castle for that. But then again, we said, Obsidian Arrows is never going to be used. You need a castle for that. And then we saw that in a tournament recently. So who knows? Maybe today is the day the meta is broken.
Okay, so breaking the 4-minute mark here. Arena, obviously, a game that is very strategic, not really aggressive at the start. And, well, I didn't really see Eddie jumping around yet, but he has to be happy to see this.
Yeah, what is Eddie doing right now? I have to bring him in for make it a tri-cast.
Yeah, that could have been something.
Yeah, he'd be like, Icy Monks, I like monks. That's it.
Yeah.
That would definitely be Eddie's first thing
Yeah.
if we do see the monks.
Doesn't want to go for more villagers. And let's take a look. Villager trying to get that boar.
Yeah, Viper
and-
will open up the gate, block the boar, and he used the sheep.
Oh,
Nicely
sweet
played.
stuff.
Yep, and that villager should make it back. We'll receive. Well, it wasn't as well done as we would normally see from Viper, because this village should receive another hit, but he'll be fine in the
Well,
end.
Just goes down to 4 HP. We'll get into the TC. Not a big problem. I think that's actually well done enough. The distance was quite long and was even around the corner.
Yep. So you mentioned the monk option.
Mm-hmm.
Saracens also have many, many options. They can go for camels. They can go for arbalest. They can go for gunpowder. They can go for siege. So there's quite a few things we could see in this game.
I think camels not really performing too well. Not too great against arbalest. Dying under castle fire as well. So I think if we see anything away from monks, it kind of is the arbalest plus siege composition.
I think MbL lost. Yep, MbL lost a villager.
Ay.
Not a good start for MbL then.
No. That
But
has
yeah,
to be
I think I agree with you. The beauty of monks is that you can do almost anything in early castle age. Combine that with siege as well. It can be devastating to their opponent. MbL will need to do something to secure his front gold, so perhaps he could go for monks to defend that. He could also go for something like scouts, which you see players do often in the castle age.
Well, yeah, scouts could be an option. Obviously, like Melkor, the arena player, loves to get those to get all the map control, kind of guarantee yourself the relics. We didn't really mention the relic positioning yet.
Well, relic positioning this used to be something we could talk about for a long period of time, but here it's fairly even, right? You have 2 relics on the right. One is closer to MbL, one is closer to Viper, and then you have 3 relics on the left. One closer to MbL, one closer to Viper, and one in the center, though I guess that might be a few tiles closer to... I was going to say our Norwegian player, but Viper.
Yeah. I think with the Rise of Rajas, the minimum distance to the spawning TCs was increased, right? So relics aren't in the bases anymore. And MbL, he's clicking up with the pop 23 here.
Okay.
After a lost villager, that's a total delay of only 3 seconds. So except that he lost that villager, pretty sharp bullet.
Well, he's on gold, and one thing we didn't talk about that Saracens can do is abuse that market. So MbL and Viper going up pretty quickly here, and I think they might send more than 2 villagers to gold. Viper even... Oh! Is he going to stone? You see how he's collecting 10 golds? I believe he's going to sell res. So
Yeah.
he will sell res, and this is a strategy you can use to get up extra fast. You don't need to go to gold. You go to 110, and then you sell 100 of your stone. That'll give you 91 gold, and that'll take him to 2,000, or not 2,001, but 201.
Yeah, the initial monk rush with Saracens is actually working with collecting stone as well.
Yeah,
because
okay.
you're just selling it in the market and getting over the 100 gold for quite some time.
Yeah.
So that is even more efficient. Let's take a look if he's trying to go for that.
Yeah, well, Viper, meanwhile, is chasing MbL's scout. Now, MbL needs to turn around in just a second when he hits Feudal Age, and Viper could lose his scout. Let's see. Feudal Age comes in. There we go. And this is going to be MbL's fight. Well played, MbL, to know when to turn around and fight this.
I think he could have even waited a bit longer and survived with 3 HP. And there's no unit around, and if MbL is going for monks, that will be full HP again and will give him a huge advantage in the potential monk war.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Most players would prefer to even have that scout over the villager that MbL lost earlier. But there's the market blacksmith for Viper. Pretty passive positioning of this. He could have obviously placed this on the front if he felt like he would be pressuring in this game. Perhaps this is a sign he will be doing the pressuring, and MbL is on the way up to the next stage.
Yeah, and already kind of announcing the incoming monk rush here is heavily on gold, very much at the front there. And, well, solid build-ups. Both players heavily abusing the market, and Viper, without being on gold or stone, now bought himself up to 200 stone again.
Okay, interesting.
That's just a boom.
Yeah. Well, MbL might be going for monks because he expects monks from Viper and figures the best way to counter religion is make a religion of your own, right?
Yeah, but he has the scout, so he knows Viper can't go aggressively.
Yeah.
So he will just go aggressively.
Yeah.
And that will just be mass monk siege against a guy, I think Viper. Like, technically, I think he should just die here.
You think, whoa, okay. Well, I think that if Viper is able to get 3 TCs running for long enough and buy himself enough time, Nilly, then obviously he can maybe tech into light cab. But he doesn't have a barracks, as you said. He doesn't have a stable, so he will have no form of military. He's not even on gold at the moment, so it's not like he could make a single monk or a single siege unit. And here come the forward villagers from MbL.
And you mentioned earlier, Market and Blacksmith could have been used to create kind of a second layer wall behind this, but they aren't. And Viper, well, maybe goes a bit to the top, and nice to see there at the stone. Maybe to see at the left-hand side close to the gold. And then he kind of is protected somewhat in the back, but he will lose a lot of ground.
Yeah, one thing that Viper is extremely good at is booming under pressure. He always knows how to calculate it, so it's very close to him dying, but then he just gets enough economy to push back. And as he hits the castle age, he sends villagers to the left to TC that gold, and then he will TC that stone, as you said. So 3 TC start for Viper, and no way to defend right now.
Yeah, let's take a look. What does Viper see? He even goes for the eco upgrades as well. If we go into his point of view, he has zero idea what's going on. It's kind of important that MbL is not healing his scout now, because that would imply that he is having aggressive monks. So that's kind of important that this scout stays as long as possible on 3 HP.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably will heal it up here in a second once the first monk comes out, and then here comes a battering ram.
Okay.
I like the choice to go battering ram.
Yeah, okay. Well, then he can heal up with the scout, obviously, and triple monastery as well. This is full 1 TC all in MbL with 0 food income here, and, well, it's going to be tricky.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, this is what MbL hates about Arena. He's just become what he hates. He's not a fan of the monks on Arena. He knows how strong it can be, and Viper does as well. Viper now beginning to sell resources and getting a university. Is he thinking guard tower defense?
Yes, that's a guard tower defense. And MbL, he's going for atonement. So he wants to reconvert the monks of Viper, but
Viper doesn't have any. Viper has 0 monks. Of course, MbL is blind to this. He'll find out here in a second. And I just wonder if the guard towers will be enough. They should be enough versus the monks.
Oh, let's see. Summer walls to the left-hand side. Guard tower obviously costing quite a lot of eco if you don't have that much. But Viper idling his TCs at the moment.
Okay.
I think with like 3-4 guard towers, maybe even fletching behind that, I think he should be in a fine spot. Mangonels now need to be added by MbL.
Yeah, and just one Mangonel is not going to kill the tower. So he has Mangonel on a battering ram. This could be enough. Viper will have to opt to fight Vils. And now here comes MbL, and MbL can see what's happening now. He sees the first tower. He doesn't see a single monastery. He knows that Viper's got to be back here, and he's going through the houses.
Thing is, MbL with Mangonels, he can maybe do something because he can repair with the villagers, and the monks can heal.
Yep.
The villagers after that. And look at one beautiful thing. MbL, he isn't right-clicking that house. He's actually ground attacking it, so that his own ram... Oh, I will take that back.
So he doesn't damage his own battering ram. Well, we saw a good example and a bad example. This is how we learn. And there's Viper now attacking with the villager, and here's the villager repairing the Mangonel, and you're... Oh, hold on.
Oh, but MbL doesn't have loom. MbL doesn't have loom.
Oh, and he loses a monk as well, and he has to back up, so this is wasting precious time for him.
And two Mangonels now moving forward. Villagers could be attacked.
That's a dead Mangonel.
Villagers here with a nice shot. And now moving forward. Needs to continue repairing. Loom would be so important.
Yeah, Viper, nice Vil micro, keeping his tower alive, but he is under pressure, and he's building a second tower. He accepts that the first one will go down, and the villagers hop out of this one. This is sloppy stuff right now.
Okay, let's take a look. Repairing another villager, monks going down, and they really would have loved to be in higher numbers instead of having atonement here. The Viper is holding off the right-hand side. 8 more villagers for the snake.
Yeah, again, Viper has just gotten by here on the left. He was hesitant. He had to build another tower, but it's enough, and now MbL probably going for the correct approach, and he'll attack the TC, because that is not towered.
Oh, man.
MbL says, whoa.
They're coming in with the taunts here. And, well, 3 Mangonels, they can easily take down the TC. I think focusing down the towers could have been a better option, though. Now, 3 Mangonels, they are really killing guard towers, even if they have 1.5k HP.
Yeah, I think that something we need to keep in mind here as Viper is holding is that while Viper has more villagers, his villagers have not been as efficient as MbL's. So here comes MbL with a big mag and outshot. He kills another villager. And he's sending in the repair vills perfectly, kills one more. Viper could lose his town center.
Oh, and that's another good shot here, and that's a beautiful move. That's only because he sent in the scout there to get all the intel. Lovely move by him, and look at that, now 4 Magnals. And I said, this might look tricky for the Viper, and he is declining in his village advantage, down to 5.
Yeah, exactly. And he can't keep his wood line alive. He'll need to flee this area. If he hops inside this tower, I think the villagers just die. Yeah, he gets inside, but MbL has sent more villagers forward to repair, and that tower is a goner. And nice move from MbL to send the monks to the side as well, so he doesn't lose them. And Viper's forced to run.
Let's take a look. Can we see some more conversions here? Having one. And MbL, what does he have as vision? Viper buying some more stone here, trying to somehow hold on. MbL, he continues to push all the...
Yeah,
farms
Viper's
over
in
there.
trouble, man. I mean, now he's thinking, let's go Lightcap. But does he have the resources for Lightcap? He does not. He'll make a castle. Oh my god.
Doubt is not here, but he is in our hearts and our minds. This could be so bad for the Viper. Let's take a look. 4 Mangonauts. Does MbL not see it? MbL doesn't see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
no.
But to be completely honest, the castle is a pretty crappy one. It protects the edge of the map. So if MbL wanted to take a trip off the edge of the map, he can't do that anymore. There we go. Viper now almost loses a villager anyway. Yeah, the castle will go up, but Viper's eco is in shambles.
Yeah, let's take a look. Do we see a Mangonaut die? Not even a single Mangonaut
Yeah.
lost. So those villagers at the right-hand side are somewhat safe now.
Yeah.
But left-hand side, completely
Yeah.
unprotected now.
And to build a castle at this stage of the game is just a sign that your food eco is not in the correct place. And MbL, if he plays this correctly, he can actually boom behind this a bit, because he's done more than enough damage in my opinion. Second CC for him at home. I like that move.
Oh, yeah. Going for some more gold. Which I really would have loved is just having one monk constantly picking up all the other relics. That could have been a bit better for
Yeah.
him. He had
Ooh,
vision
2
over
vills
one
down
more,
for Viper.
and,
This is
well,
not good for Viper, man.
cannot really defend against 5 Mangonauts and the Viper.
Calls the GG.
And yeah, I said it quite early, right? Viper should straight up die. And yeah, crowd is clapping. This isn't a viable strategy by the Snake. He, I think, went for it because he had such a good main gold spot and the defensive stone spot.
Yep.
But still, 0 scouting intel and just full want to see aggression always wins.
Yeah. I mean, if you think back, it was sloppy play from Viper in game 1 as well with the scout. MbL was letting him chase, and maybe Viper would have thought he was faster up, but he was not faster up there, lost his scout, which could have helped him at the
Hey,
start, at least with the
congratulations.
monks. But it came down to the overall strategy, right? And the overall strategy significantly better for MbL. This is more of a normal strategy. A Viper strategy just doesn't fly on Arena.
I don't think so either.